Video. I hope everyone has had a great week. This week has been a little bit fun. This week we had to start off here in the U.S. with Halloween, so the kids were out trick or treating, and it was always fun. They had a great time. Um, I've actually never seen kids sprint between house and house before. I thought they were all gonna die sprinting back and forth. I was surprised how quickly they moved, and um, I guess it kind of burned off some of the sugar they ate from the candy that they got. So I guess there's a benefit to that. But I hope everyone has had a good week. Um, this week I wanted to just chat about something kind of simple. It's been on my mind. Well, it just came up my mind today actually, because I was responding to a question that someone had asked me around eating out, and they had started a new diet, and up to this point, they said they had for the past 5 or 6 weeks, they had avoided eating out, um, but now it was their parents' birthday party, and their parent obviously wanted to go out to eat, and so for their birthday, and they were wondering how to deal with going out to eat at a restaurant, and this particular person was concerned about um, the types of cooking oils that were being used in the food that they might be consuming while they go out to eat. And they're also trying to follow a ketogenic diet, so picking a meal that would fit into their specific macros and not knowing exactly, how the food is being prepared or what's in the food and all that fun stuff. And so they were just kind of wondering what they should do, about the situation. And I basically told them that in this specific situation that they should actually just not focus on the food at all. Like, don't worry about the food, right? Um, it's the reason why I say that, the reason why I gave that answer is because this is a situation where you're going out and celebrating a parent's birthday. Um, I mean, if you step back and you think about this, like let's change the situation a little bit. Say it was your 5-year-old kid or your son or your daughter who was celebrating their birthday, and you asked them what they want to do, and they said, "I want to go out to." Let's pick the maybe one of the worst case scenarios, right? Say I want to go out to McDonald's, or I want to go have pizza, or I want to go um, to some place that just, the food is there's no good options. It's really bad, et cetera, et cetera. And obviously, if this was, any other occasion besides a special occasion, you probably might convince or try to tell them to do something otherwise. But are you going to, this is their birthday. They're going to choose wherever they want to go. They get to celebrate it however they want to celebrate it. Are you going to tell them that they can't do that? Are you going to tell them um, that you won't participate in that? Um, in my opinion, I think that you know when it's a special occasion, the focus shouldn't be on the food. It shouldn't be on the quality of the food that you're eating. It shouldn't be on um, you know anything about what you're consuming during this celebration. It's about being with the people that you're celebrating with. It's about being with your son or your daughter, or being with your parent, or being with your friend, or whatever. It's about celebrating this milestone moment with the people that you love, and being there, um, socially connected, enjoying each other's company, cherishing these moments that are only going to happen. Birthdays only happen once a year, and cherishing and making memories with your kids. Like, if you take your kids, they don't ever, you guys never go to McDonald's, for example, right? My kids have literally been to McDonald's once in their entire life because their grandparent took them. If my daughter came to me tomorrow and said, "Hey, Dad, for my birthday, I want to go to McDonald's," and this is something they've never done before, I'd be like, "Okay, let's do it. Let's go to McDonald's. We're gonna, you can have that experience." And even though I know that the food is not going to be the best, right? They're not going to. I'm not going to particularly enjoy the food. The there's going to be all kinds of bad oils. There's going to be gluten. There's going to be, maybe you're intolerant to dairy. The burger is probably, or chicken is, conventionally raised, and the quality is completely out of the window. But it's not about that. It's about celebrating this event with your child or with your parent or with your significant other. And so, and you can draw the line in the sand however you want, right? I'm just making up stories here. Like if McDonald's is always off the table for you, fine, right? But pick the situation. Like no matter what restaurant you're going to go to, you're going to be have to make sacrifices in the types of food that you eat, because they just don't hold up the same standards as what you normally would have at home, right? Or when you're cooking for yourself. So there's going to be oils that you probably wouldn't use. There's going to be conventionally raised animal products. There's going to be dairy products from conventional animals. There's going to be added sugars and fats into the food, and a ton of salt, and all these things. Like the job of the restaurant is to make the food taste good, and that you to enjoy that and probably overeat the food. It's not to make the healthiest meal possible, right? And so that stuff is inevitable, no matter what restaurant you go to. Even if you go to a restaurant that's serving grass-fed beef, and they're using olive oil and avocado oil to cook their foods in, and grass-fed butter. And even if you find rarely you find a restaurant like that. Say you find a restaurant like that and you go to that restaurant, there's still probably going to be added calories and fats and salts and all this other stuff that you just can't account for. Like you don't know what's going on, right? And so no matter how hard you try, you're just going to have to be okay with it. And the good news is that these are rare occasions. These are special occasions. If it's just going out to eat for the sake of going out to eat, sure. I encourage you not to, like, go to McDonald's or whatever. Go find a restaurant, and pick the best items that you possibly can on that menu that conform to the way you want to eat, right? Like do that. Like make an effort to eat high quality food. But if you're going out for a celebration, a birthday party, an anniversary, a milestone event, of some kind, you're going out to eat, and you're not in control of the food that you're going to eat, it's okay, right? We are resilient human beings. You're not going to, um, you know, really hurt yourself in any meaningful, significant way that I have seen proven by science. If you occasionally go out to eat and you eat some foods that that are, something you wouldn't normally eat, it's gonna be fine. Um, in what I really look out for is, like, this person said to me that they had been avoiding eating out for the past 5 to 6 weeks. Now, I'm not saying you should eat out, several times a week or every meal or whatnot, right? Like you should be making an effort to cook your own food most of the time. But if you're making an effort to avoid going out to eat, that means you're probably turning down the opportunity to have some meaningful social interactions, right? If someone comes to you and says, "Hey, hey Ryan, do you want to go out to eat tonight?" And I say, "Oh, I know means that I'm going to possibly be exposed to some oils, or I'm going to be exposed to gluten, and I'm going to be exposed to who knows what the calories are in these foods. I don't have any control of the macros. I don't know how much protein I'm going to eat." If those thoughts cross your mind and then you say no, that's a little alarming to me, right? In my mind, the opportunity for social connection, especially in a world where we're completely disconnected from each other most of the time. We're staring at screens, we're communicating through our phones, and you're turning down the opportunity to, sit down face to face for many of us. Like that should be, you should take that bull by the horns and sit down face to face, no matter what the quality of the food is that you're going to eat. Because I know personally that opportunity doesn't come across my way every so often. So I personally think that, when you're out celebrating a special occasion, don't stress about the food. Don't worry about what's in it. Just, you can pick and choose foods however you want to eat. Like, say you go out to eat and you pick a salad, or try to make the best choices you possibly can. Like, I'm not saying like be an asshole about it. Like, don't go out and just like, throw everything out the window and like no restriction at all. I'm gonna just, where's the baked mac and cheese with the onion rings and the French fries and blah blah blah. Like, you make no effort to like have any self control at all. No, like, still try and eat some protein. Maybe eat something that's green, looks like a vegetable. But if you want to have a side of mac and cheese, or you want to have a burger with some French fries, or you want to have a couple of drinks while you're out celebrating this special occasion with someone, go ahead and do it. Like, do it. Like, because it's not about the food that you're eating. It's about the social connection. It's about the people. It's about enjoying their company. Um, it's about your mental health. Like, you have to relax sometimes. You have to enjoy life. And hopefully we're building up, the resiliency by the other 80% of the time, eating, a human appropriate diet, like eating, whole natural foods, as I always say. Like, that 8% of the time allows you to enjoy the occasional meal out, enjoy the occasional dessert, enjoy the occasional couple drinks, right? And I'm speaking obviously from a place where someone who, doesn't have, food restrictions or allergies of any kind. Like, obviously you have food restrictions, you have medical conditions that warrant you not to eat certain things or avoid certain things. Like, if you're gluten intolerant, don't go have a pizza. Like, obviously, like, think about that first. I'm not saying that, but like, if you don't have any issues with gluten, have a slice of bread every once in a while. It's okay if you want to. If that's going to be okay. Like, don't feel like you're a bad person. Don't feel like you're failing your diet. Don't feel like you're doing something wrong when you go out and enjoy some food that you normally wouldn't eat in a special occasion with the people that you love and connect with, and that are, meaningful. And because saying no to these things are the things you're going to regret at someday, right? Like, no diet is worth losing social interaction or connection or friendships, or turning down the experiences of your loved ones, all that stuff. Like, that's no diet is worth that. So I almost want to say, just throw all the food rules out the window when it's in these special occasions. So that's my message for today. I hope that resonates with you. Again, everyone can make their own personal choice. If you want to be very strict with how you eat, regardless of the situation you're in, that's fine with me. Just don't do it at the sacrifice of social interaction with the ones that you care for, the ones that love you, the ones you love, and do it in a way that you're going to regret not having these experiences later on in life, because that's just not worth it, from my point of view. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts on this topic, please, it's not an easy thing to navigate. So please leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer those things, those questions. Direct message me too. Happy for that as well. And I don't have any open coaching spots anymore. They've filled up. So, but if you're interested in coaching, I still encourage you to reach out to me. I can put you on a waiting list. So when and if these spots open up, that I can reach out to you and we can chat a little bit more about that. That'd be great. But the best way to keep up with all the content that I'm putting out, if you enjoy this stuff, is to join my newsletter. You can scan the QR code in the upper corner here. That'll bring you right to the webpage to enter your email address to join the newsletter. Or you can just go to rjbhealth.coach and click on the newsletter tab at the top, and enter your email address there. And that will sign you up for the newsletter, and you get all the content I put out. I don't worry about stalking me on social media or anything like that. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll chat to you all.